All right. Aloha. This is Skye at the Democratic headquarters in Honolulu, Hawaii, giving you that soulful news you need. Yes, indeed. That's right. This is Skye, the soulful progressive. And what do I want to talk to you about today? Who do I think was the main one that told it like a T.I. is? That was Andrew Yang. That's right. He talked about women again. He talked about income inequality again. And what would make it right? What would get it on? The UBI. That's right. Universal Basic Income. And how it would change and make up for the reparations, not just for the ADOS, but everybody else. That's right. Now, besides Bernie's talk of making HBUs free for everyone, along with eliminating college debt, I'm quite sure we can get Yang to go along that route also. Now, he makes more sense when it talks of jobs of the future, what is need to be done. So we're going to take a look at what he said, and then we're going to discuss, because he was one of the few that was making real sense. And with his poll numbers showing that he is fourth in line, he is ripe and ready for that BPP. All right, so let's take a look and see where it is.
According to polls, they say the candidate who has the best chance of doing that, of beating President Trump, is Vice President Biden. Why are they wrong?
Well, I'm building a coalition of disaffected Trump voters, independents, libertarians, and conservatives, as well as Democrats and progressives. I believe I'm the candidate best suited to beat Donald Trump. And as for how to win in Michigan and Ohio and Pennsylvania, the problem is that so many people feel like the economy has left them behind. What we have to do is we have to say, look, there's record high GDP and stock market prices. You know what else are record highs? Suicides, drug overdoses, depression, anxiety. It's gotten so bad that American life expectancy has declined for the last 3 years. 7 years running a nonprofit that helped create thousands of jobs, including hundreds right here in Detroit, as well as Baltimore, Cleveland, New Orleans. And I saw that the racial disparities are much, much worse than I'd ever imagined. They're even worse still. A study just came out that projected the average African-American median net worth will be zero by 2053. So you have to ask yourself, how is that possible? It's possible because we're in the midst of the greatest economic transformation in our history. Artificial intelligence is coming. It's going to displace hundreds of thousands of call center workers. Truck drivers, the most common job in 29 states, including this one. And you know who suffers most in a natural disaster? It's people of color, people who have lower levels of capital and education and resources.
So what are we going to do about it? We should just go back to the writings of Martin Luther King, who in 1967, his book Chaos or Community, said we need a guaranteed minimum income in the United States of America. That is the most effective way for us to address racial inequality in a genuine way and give every American a chance in the 21st century economy.
Mr. Yang, thank you very much. Secretary
couldn't stop talking about after the last debate. It's not the fact that I'm somehow number 4 on the stage in national polling. It was the fact that I wasn't wearing a tie. Instead of talking about automation in our future, including the fact that we automated away 4 million manufacturing jobs, hundreds of thousands right here in Michigan, we're up here with makeup on our faces and our rehearsed attack lines, playing roles in this reality TV show. It's one reason why we elected a reality TV star as our president. We need to be laser focused on solving the real challenges of today, like the fact that the most common jobs in America may not exist in a decade, or that most Americans cannot pay their bills. My flagship proposal, the Freedom Dividend, would put $1,000 a month into the hands of every American adult, be a game changer for millions of American families. If you care more about your family and your kids than my neckwear, enter your zip code at yang2020.com and see what $1,000 a month would mean to your community. I have done the math. It's not left. It's not right. It's forward. And that is how we're going to beat Donald Trump in 2020.
I know that's right. You saw that. Now, he was talking some real truth. He got personal. He mentioned his wife. He mentioned his businesses that he owned, how he created jobs in Detroit, and how he mentioned statistics. He mentioned how black wealth will no longer be around after 2050. And believe me, it was designed to be that way. Oh yeah, they wanted it like that. Now, we need to work toward that wealth. And he's the only one offering solutions toward the devastation and economic crisis that the ADOS faces and that women face. And he has answers for it. And he gave the right answers. And if you're going to go against anybody making sense, that actually wants to help, that will actually listen to ADOS and go upon and add an agenda for them, because he's already talking about the book, the last book that MLK wrote, and how his UBI plan within that book was a legitimate way of strengthening the economy and bringing up the lower class. Now, Trump and all these corporate Democrats don't want that. They want to stagnate it off, level it off, and make it for the few and in between. And you know that Yang is going to be the best that isn't going to do that. He's got a plan that is meant to build the economy, and it includes more jobs and the elimination of current jobs, and work toward what is really going on for the future. Now, 6 countries have already done UBI, with 4 more countries, including Great Britain being one of them, considering it. We need to go ahead and take this and give it a long look, because Yang knows what it takes. And if you agree with me, leave comments below and let me know at FeministNewsN@gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. Remember, I'm that Soulful Progressive one on Twitter and got that rant of the day on Blogger. And I'm that one-woman team, yes indeed. So if you care to donate, PayPal me /Feminist News Network. Yes indeed. So, alright, we're gonna say yay to Yang for the great job that he done on the debate today, and it seems like it's just easy selling to that 130,000 individual donors that he needs to go toward the September debate. Alright, so luckily he'll make it, but I don't see no problem, because he ain't faking. So in this era of hate, you gotta participate. That way you can get Yang into the next debate. I know that's right. So thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Peace. All right.